We finally arrived in San Andres Tuxtla. It is a very emotional moment for me. Finally, I can touch this tobacco. I can try this tobacco, and I'm going to make a blend that is going to be 100% Mexican tobaccos. We are in San Andres Tuxtla, beautiful region of Veracruz. Is kind of southeast of Mexico, and yes, there is a lot of tobacco from Mexico. I couldn't believe what I saw. It is massive. The soil is extremely rich. When we arrived here, I didn't expect such a high humidity. It's a period of the year that it shouldn't be so humid, but here the climate is different. Your mind is not spinning so fast in these days of stress. You just step back and you feel the peace that Mother Nature can give you. always very peaceful to work in a tobacco plantation, and that moment with Alejandro and Don Alberto was just magical. And by the way, Don Alberto was, Alejandro, go there and pick that plant. I don't like that. So he put his son to work. We are visiting here the Torrente family, which is maybe the biggest piece of history of tobacco in Mexico. Now, there is a lot of different techniques as well here. In plantation, at the factory, talking about the number of leaves that they get from plants. There is a particular moment they're going to top the plants. And there is a specific moment, a specific day that they do that. If they miss the day, then it's going to be a problem. It's crazy how detailed they are in each of the steps that I've seen here so far.
And this, that is 1913, is my grandfather growing tobacco. November 20, in 1960, I came for the first time to work in tobacco. My full name is Alberto Torrente Cano. I'm born here in the town of San Andres, Tuxtla, Veracruz, in 1880. My grandfather, he began to plant tobacco in this area. We have about 160 different volcanoes. It's a tropical area, and with the ash of the volcanoes, they made the soil.
This is the secret of the richness of the soil. It's so amazing to think how Mother Nature is powerful. Mother Nature shaped this place to have a perfect tobacco. This place is talking to me. The magnitude of this place is just unbelievable. I turn around, left, right. There is tobacco everywhere. I've never seen something like this. This place is giving me peace. I can smell something in the air that it reminds me this Negro San Andres that I'm here to discover.
My name is Alejandro Torrente. I was born in Mexico City in 1973. San Andres is this region which is blessed of all different natural resources. We grow Negro San Andres tobacco, which is the original tobacco from San Andres. We grow Cuban seed tobacco, and we grow Sumatra tobacco. We grow Connecticut tobacco. We send cigars to practically all Europe. We ship cigars to the Middle East. We ship cigars to Asia, Far Asia. We ship cigars to South America. So in total, it's 72 countries. The Negro San Andres, it's an endemic seed, so it comes from this area. And it's a tobacco that you cannot reproduce in any other place because of the, of course, the type of seed and the special characteristics of the soil and climate. So that makes it very special.
Alejandro, if I ask you, sell me 15 bags of San Andres Negro, would you sell those tobaccos to me?
I would ask you to get online and get on the line and wait for a couple of years. Well, San Andres wrapper, it's a very famous wrapper because a lot of character, a lot of uniqueness. The factories that are using it, they would like to have probably, I don't know, twice as much of what they're getting right now. It's because this high demand. Before it was not easy to have a consumer to try a Maduro cigar because they used to think. Now it's changing, but they used to think that it was a very strong cigar. The color of the wrapper doesn't really mean the strength of the cigar. The amount of people that work with us on the highest peak of the season, it can go up to 900, 1,000 people. The heritage that we have, it's a very high responsibility. We are the oldest still active family tobacco company. Father is the 4th generation, I'm the 5th generation. In 25 years, what we are looking for is that we can be considered as a highly respected country for making cigars. We would like to be seen as a family company that dedicates a lot of passion and effort on what we do.
It's 1,000 of people here working in tobacco, and it's part of their life. When I saw the tobaccos on the table for the first time, I was very impressed. I saw Capa, San Andres, other tobaccos from Mexico. One of the names I didn't even know what was that. So starting smoking those fillers first, because I started from the fillers, was surprise by surprise by surprise. Actually, a very funny story. Here in Mexico, I had the idea to make a 6x50, and it's a Toro size. So I was talking with Alejandro Torrente last night about the idea to make a blend with 100% tobaccos from their farm. And he told me the story that the Torrente family in Mexico gave for the first time to a 650, 652 the name Toro. This connection, it's destiny, I don't know, but I mean, unbelievable. I thought to make a Toro, and I'm here in Mexico with the Torrente family, and they invented the name Toro. This is crazy. I tried to make a blend with Negro San Andres a few years ago. There is not enough Negro San Andres. It's a completely different experience that I had in other countries. Here, I mean, I feel that there is a kind of part of me that is There is going to blend, and then there is myself and passion and love of cigars. But there is really this kind of detachment that I'm feeling in Mexico. For a moment for myself, I always smoke a cigar. I try to learn from cigars as well. This is not only to know the tobaccos that are in the blend. It's really listening what the cigar is telling you while you smoke it. Negro San Andres is one of the most special wrappers that I smoked in my life. Negro San Andres is a very, very peculiar wrapper. It has a very unique sweetness. He has that mineral salty taste as well that makes this wrapper very unique and rare as well. Couldn't believe how romantic was the process for this blending. The tobaccos were telling me something right away. And then, of course, with the Negro San Andres, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with the Negro San Andres. Tobacco is something that, every day is changing. One day it's raining, one day it's hot, one day it's dry. You have to be on top of that every day. So many different seeds, so many different regions. This mythical Negro San Andres has something very, very special. I'm very surprised about the quality of the tobaccos down here. There is a true attachment of certain process of the tobacco to make the tobacco better and better and better. I'm passionate about cigars because I'm in love of the process of creation. Blending is creating special moments. I love all the stimulation, the aromas, this alchemy of cigars is the thing that I enjoy the most.
I am the fourth generation, and Alejandro, my son, is the fifth generation. There are a lot of things that you need to know in the tobacco, how to fertilize, when do you cut. There are countries that they have not a high humidity and they can produce wrapper.
Yes, the Yucatan Peninsula, where the Mayans lived, part of the Mayan culture lived, is famous for having these ruins, these pyramids, where there are some rocks encrypted with images of Mayan people smoking. According to some researchers, the Mayans were the ones that found for the first time tobacco. I remember that my first cigar was a Tiamo meditation. Area also is known of the Olmeca culture. So from time to time, we're still finding pieces from these cultures.
It's believed that they were the first one that started using tobacco and smoking tobacco. I always know Day of the Dead and those things, but of course I never experienced that before this trip here in Mexico. There is a true deep connection between Mexicans and the deads and all the relatives that passed away. These people, they spend the entire night talking with the deads, talking with their relatives that they are not anymore here. They give them food, drinks, flowers. It's maybe one of the deepest connection that I saw between people and their relatives that are not here anymore.
Well, the first thing I would do if I was president of Mexico, it would be for sure to allow cigar smoking everywhere, to get rid of all the taxation and get rid of all the regulation about tobacco and especially about cigars. With all our employees, it's to ask them how we can improve, and of course try to make them feel comfortable. We care a lot about them. Well, that's a tradition that we have that we would like to continue. Well, we produce in total, that's about 500,000 kilos of tobacco.
One thing that I really enjoy to see it is the happiness of the people working with the Torrente family here in San Andres. They were talking about to have 900 people in the plantation at the peak of the crop, and plus other maybe 200, if I'm not wrong, people at the factory rolling and working. We are walking around and seeing smiles and friendly people. They know how to take care of their people.
In all these things that you are making is very good because you are promoting the people we know how to grow tobacco.
We are very proud that San Andres is the place where all this tobacco has come from since ever.
It's true that I extremely enjoyed a couple of blends I did in Nicaragua. But now traveling around the world, discovering new tobaccos, new seeds, new stimulations, new aroma, it's a constant learning.
1970, I was driving in a pickup looking at a farm, and I picked up 4 leaves, I remember. The next day, we have a hurricane, and the total of that crop that we take it was my 4 leaves.
I'm very, very happy that Claudio is doing this. I'm very excited to see eventually the impact of all these documentals.
I mean, that's why we want to go in these places. That's why we want to meet the people behind the scenes of tobacco. How you can know those things if you don't go there, you don't stay with the people, you have to experience this.
I've smoked some cigars from Claudio. I enjoy them very much. So I also respect him a lot as a cigar blender.
I want to show that it's a country that really deserves a bigger place in the cigar industry, in the cigar world. Not only for their wrapper and their tobaccos, but as well for their cigars. I smoked blends here that are spectacular. And the tobacco is really something that I deeply enjoyed. The different fillers, the flavors. This mythical Negro San Andres has something very, very special. It's kind of magic.
they have an interview, in a radio interview, and one of the asking went, which countries do you sell tobacco, or which customers do you sell tobacco? And I explained each customer. The owner of the factory, he called me. He said, "Oh, you tell I am using Mexican." He goes, "Yes, my friend. If I say this is not true, in public I say that you don't use, but I have all the bills, all tobacco that we ship to you." And he cut the telephone call.